Size of shapes using squared sheets. Part 1. Today we will learn how to measure difficult shapes.
Madam, we are facing difficulty in measuring shapes.
Why? You have already learned how to measure shapes using square-shaped pieces. Why is it difficult now?
Madam, the difficulty is that we are not able to measure many shapes.
Which all shapes?
For example, our pencil box. When we are trying to measure it with square-shaped pieces, some of the pieces are left out of the shape. And if we remove them all, then the pencil box is not covered properly.
Do you have any solution to this problem?
Yes, if we have small shaped squares, then we can easily measure the pencil box.
Absolutely correct. That is why we use this kind of paper to measure the shapes.
There are so many square-shaped boxes in this paper, right?
Yes, and each box is of 1 centimeter length. You can measure your pencil box with the help of this.
Then do we need to cut the pieces to measure the shapes?
No, there is no need to cut.
Then how do we measure?
Give me the pencil box, I will tell you. See here, we will put the paper like this and we will put the pencil box on top of it. Now we will trace the pencil box. When we remove the pencil box, then the shape of it will appear on the paper. By looking at this, we can tell how many squares are covered by this shape. Now we will count the squares that are covered.
Oh wow! This is a nice method.
Yes.
But how do we count them? Some squares are covered only in half.
So what? We can count 2 half squares as 1 full square.
Oh yes, I never thought about it.
No problem, we will count now.
This shape has covered 5 and half squares at the top.
We will leave the half squares for now. Count the squares which are completely covered. Later, we will count the half squares and add them.
Okay, then we will count only the completely covered squares. The number of squares covered at the top is 5. And the number of squares covered at the side is 12. That means the total number of squares covered completely is 5 multiplied by 12, that is 60.
Now, Neha, you count the squares that are covered in half.
Okay, madam. The squares that are covered in half are 12.
Yes. How many full squares are formed with these half squares? Tell me.
There will be a total of 6 full squares because we can count 2 half squares as 1 full square.
Absolutely correct, Vandana. Now tell me, how many squares are covered by this pencil box?
Madam, the total number of squares covered will be 60 plus 6, that is 66.
Absolutely right, Neha. In the same way, with the help of this paper, we can find the number of boxes covered by any difficult shape.
Difficult shape?
Yes, difficult shape. That means which is not a square or a rectangle.
Like what?
Like a paperweight. Can you tell me how many space this covers?
Okay, first we will trace this on the paper. Now we will find out how many squares are covered by this. This is difficult to count because this shape has covered some squares in half, some more than half, and some less than half.
That is why all the shapes except a square and a rectangle are called difficult shapes.
Now I understood what are difficult shapes. Measuring them is not easy. That is why they are called difficult shapes. But madam, how do we measure it then?
There is a rule for this. The squares which are completely covered by the shape are counted as it is. The squares which are covered in half and which are covered more than half are also counted as full squares. And the squares which are covered less than half are not counted at all. By doing so, we don't get the correct measurement of the shape, but an approximate value.
What is meant by that?
Approximate value means the measurement that is closer to the correct one. Suppose the measurement of an object is 70 squares, you will get 69 or 71 squares, which is a little more or a little less than 70.
Oh, that means we can measure difficult shapes almost correctly.
Yes, Vandana. Now tell me how many squares are covered by this paperweight.
The number of squares covered completely in this is 14. The number of squares covered in half or more than half is 10. And the number of squares covered less than half is 10.
We will count only those squares that are covered in half or more than half. That means we will add the number of squares that are covered in half or more than half to the number of squares that are covered completely. So the answer is 24.
That means this paperweight is covering almost 24 squares.
Yes, in the same way you can measure any difficult shape.
Wow, now we can measure any difficult shape.
Today we have learned how to measure difficult shapes. And while measuring difficult shapes, squares that are covered in half and more than half are counted, and the squares that are covered less than half are not counted. Size of shapes using squared sheets. Part 2. Today we will learn how to measure difficult shapes and how to compare shapes based on their measurement.
Dad, why are you looking at this map for so long?
Vandana, I want to build a small fish pond in our farm. So, I took the help of an engineer to make a map of our farm and the pond to be built in it. Look, this is the map of our farm and the pond is shown in this. I want our pond to be 1/4 of the size of the field. But by looking at the map, I am not able to find out whether the pond is 1/4 of our farm or not.
Dad, I can help you out to find that.
How?
Madam has taught us to find the measure of difficult shapes, and the shape of both the farm and the pond on the map are difficult.
Okay, then measure it and find out whether the measure of this pond is 1/4 of the total measure of our farm or not.
First, we will measure the whole farm.
But how will you do that?
Take a look. This farm is covering some squares completely. First, count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 183, 184. The number of squares completely covered by the farm is equal to 184. Now we will count the squares that are covered in half or more than half. Their number is 24. Some of the squares are covered in less than half by the farm. We don't count them. That means the farm has covered almost 184 plus 24 squares. Therefore, this farm covered almost 208 squares.
It looks like this.
Now you want the pond to be built in 1/4 of the farm, right? That means the pond should cover 208 divided by 4 squares. That is, if this pond covers almost 52 squares, then we can say that this pond is 1/4 of the farm.
Yes, you are absolutely right.
Now we will count the squares covered by this pond. The number of squares that are covered completely is 34. Now we will count the squares that are covered in half or more than half. Their number is 18. The number of squares that are covered less than half are not counted. This shows that this pond has covered 34 plus 18 equal to 52 squares, which is 1/4 of the squares that are covered by the farm. That means that the engineer has measured it correctly. This pond covers exactly 1/4 of our farm.
Oh wow, Vandana, you have already become an engineer.
No, Dad. There is still a lot to study for that.
Today you have learned that difficult shapes can be measured based on the number of squares they are covering, and while measuring the shapes, squares that are covered in half and more than half are counted. The squares that are covered less than half are not counted.